I've been driving for about 40 miles trying to find a place to get some fuel because I'm running rather low. But up here in Georgia, it's a little bit different than Florida. Up on exit 36 already, and not one exit has been open. Military personnel has been blocking every exit all the way up. Is there a chance that this exit will be open? I mean, I really don't have to cross my fingers. There's no truck stop at this exit anyway. But if there was, would I be able to get fuel here? And the answer is no. Exit. What about this one? That is a big negative also. Look over there, you'll see they have Humvees and every exit blocked off for miles and miles and miles up here in Georgia. I have no idea what's going on. I'm on I-95 heading north, and I don't believe the hurricane had anything to do on this side of the coast. I thought it went up I-75 towards Atlanta. There's zero damage around here, so... Wait a second. Airplane mode. Gee whiz. Come on, text. Did you guys look at that? There has to be a way to get fuel. Somewhere. Even if I just drove up the road, pulled a U-turn somewhere to come back to an exit, it would be fruitless. I think I have corrected the messenger and all that stuff that was going through. This device will always, from now on, stay in airplane mode. But you may hear bling, 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 bling from my other devices that are around me, but not in this. Not in this. My hope is not too far up the road here. I used to live in a little town called Hinesville, and just past that, Richmond Hill, Georgia, just out of Savannah, off of Fort Stewart, Georgia, when I was in the Army back in the day. And I know they built a truck stop at that exit now, and I'm kind of hoping, because the military base is so close to there, Fort Stewart is right there, I'm kind of hoping that that exit's going to be open. Fort McAllister, exit 90 is open. I'm kind of afraid what the truck stop's going to look like, but the exit is open. And just in time, I think. Looks like it's packed, but they have fuel. At least my fingers are crossed they have fuel. We shall see. Oh, yes, we shall. That lane's open. Why doesn't that guy pull forward? A good sign. Oh, he's not in there. He's just blocking the fuel lane when other people could be getting fuel. Jemakin truck number 59. Well, I'm back at South Carolina. I had my hopes up. I think the main reason for all the gas stations being totally empty is because the storm is gone. And everybody that fled the state of Florida, looks like they're starting to return. It's been quite a bit of a traffic kerfuffle from South Carolina pretty much all the way to Jacksonville, Florida. But that traffic looks like it's moving over there right now, at least for now. One of my favorite things about coming up to Carolina, probably getting off the main roads. What is that? I don't know what that is, what that sign was. I wish I could stop. But one of my favorite things is getting lost on back roads and ending up in strange little towns. It seems to happen quite a bit when I come to this state. Because honestly, I have no idea where I am. As soon as you get into those little towns, you're out of them. And back in the middle of nowhere. I mean, nowhere. Well, bring you guys down with me. I made it to my first destination, and then I swapped out trailers and let them keep that turkey. I grabbed an empty trailer and came over here to Edenton, North Carolina. Edenton? I think it's Edenton, North Carolina. Where I've shot videos before of the old historic districts and the waterfronts and stuff. Once again, in an attempt to pick up peanuts. Last time I was here, the FDA or something like that sent their people in to inspect the peanuts before it got loaded, and there was something wrong with the peanuts. Don't know what it was, but they wouldn't load me. So then they had to send me somewhere else. So it was kind of a messed up week. I'm kind of hoping that doesn't happen today, but I still have to go through the rigmarole of washing out my trailer just in case. Don't want salmonella or anything to get in those peanuts. New guy washing out the trailer. He had to be trained how to use the hose and the pressure washer. But he's getting right to work. He's doing his duty. I don't mind coming here so much. This is a pretty nice place. This here is like a lawnmower, tractor, chainsaw repair place. The place Sling Blade would be proud of. I think I'm going to kill you now. Okay, that wasn't a good Billy Bob impression. They definitely do have a lot of cool equipment out here in the back. If it's not put together, I think they just get shipments in. Like, aren't these tractors? I think they just get shipments of tractors in that they have to put together. You don't realize that when like Ace Hardware, and because this is an Ace Hardware, you know, you don't realize that when trucks bring in the supplies. Like, I'm a truck driver, but I don't haul that stuff very often. I've hauled Bobcat little things before, but they were all put together, and we had to drive them from a ship off of at the port and drive them up into my truck, and they actually let me load those, so that was actually awesome. But a lot of people don't realize that when you get larger equipment like that, it comes disassembled, comes to an Ace Hardware or something, and they have to put it together. I'll head back into the truck while my truck is getting washed. Make sure everything is connected perfectly, and put you guys away for a little bit. Because it's not that exciting watching somebody rinse out your trailer. Well, let's check and see if it's halfway dry, because when I get over there to the peanut place, they have an air hose, so I can blow whatever water is left in there, but it has to be 100% dry. No moisture, no nothing, just 100% dry. That's the one bad thing about picking up peanuts. But so far, it doesn't look too bad. I see some moisture down in here, and it's probably worse up front. And honest, they come by with a flashlight, and if there's a little drop of water, they make you do the whole trailer over again. So I gotta kind of make sure everything is good before I have to get in there with a flashlight and really inspect. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the reefer on like 90 degrees so it gets nice and hot in there. Maybe that'll help a little bit. I only got like 3 miles down the road to go, but I don't think 90 degrees temperature inside the box here is going to really dry it out too much, but it's definitely going to help. Let's touch the button. Wait for that thing to fire up. Have myself a drink of water. Kick the temperature up as high as it'll go, and fingers crossed that it'll be good when I get there, because I only have 1 hour till they close, and if I'm stuck there for 3 hours with an air hose trying to dry that out, I'm gonna miss my appointment, and I don't want that to happen. Well, I'm loaded and ready to go, but I wanted to make one quick stop down here next to the lighthouse in Eddington, North Carolina. I'm not going to take you guys on stuff that you've already seen pretty much, you know, all the historic stuff downtown. I just kind of wanted to hang out over here by the waterfront just a little bit and do something I haven't been able to do, because I loan stuff out so much, sometimes it takes me a while to get things back. Today I have my drone, so I have my drone with me. So I'm thinking, why not fly around the lighthouse and take it out into the water just a little bit. That's the plan anyway. I found out a little bit more history about this town, more history than I've learned in the past from some locals. And I guess there was a documentary on the History Channel last night about this town that kind of, well, one of the things was about this town. There's more about this town than meets the eyes. One of the thing was, right over this way, right over here, just across the water, is Blackbeard's old homestead. Right across the water over there on that piece of land, there's a beach, and it's called Blackbeard's Beach. Blackbeard actually owned a house right there, and he was sunk by European ships, the European Navy, whatever, British Navy, I don't know who it was, just up the waterways a little bit up here. And I guess there was a big battle, and Blackbeard had like 7 bullets in him and 25 slash marks to the chest, and was beheaded. And all that happened right around here, and that was his homestead over here. But I guess the documentary stated that over all the years and all the years of searching for Blackbeard's treasure, he wasn't that kind of pirate. From what the documentary says, he wasn't into the gold and silver and all that good pirate stuff, you know, the stuff that we love pirates for. He was a little bit darker than that. And I guess some people believe there's still a treasure out there, but come to find out, the only treasure that Blackbeard had was he would go out into the ocean and attack and capture slave ships coming to America, steal all the slaves and bring them here, and then he would sell them. He would sell the slaves. That was his treasure. The slaves were his treasure, at least from the documentary on the Discovery Channel. And most of the slaves were sold in a little town called Bath, North Carolina. Why did I say Oklahoma? North Oklahoma. There's no such place. It's these mosquitoes. So I guess pretty much the entire town of Bath was built and created using slaves that Blackbeard sold here. So slaves were his treasure. Who knew? I didn't know. Another thing that's that I'm more focused on, that I would really like to explore one day, is the lost colony of Roanoke. Roanoke, I think is how you pronounce it. After last season of American Horror Story, I started doing a little bit of research on the lost colony. And I did a little bit more today after I was done getting loaded, talking to some locals and stuff. Just up the road about 48 miles is where the lost colony was dropped off. And then there was they used to put maps in rocks. They used to carve the maps in rocks. And if there was any problem with the lost colony, they were supposed to end up right here, right where I'm standing right now. I is what I believe. They were gonna. There's in one of the rocks that was found when they were building this road out here, the main street, the old 1700 street that I drove on to get here. A stone was found that had a carving in it of this peninsula right here and a fort that they were going to build. And the Lost Colony was supposed to come here if they had any problems. So between here and 49 miles up the waterway here that's where the Lost Colony supposedly is. It's all around here somewhere. And then I guess there's another rock map found of the Lost Colony just right. Follow me, camera. Right over there somewhere, just along the waterway over there on that side. Another stone was found with a map built into it that the Lost Colony supposedly carved. So this could be the last spot of the Lost Colony of Roanoke, whatever. I don't know. This town is just littered with crazy history. It really is. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off real fast. I'm going to go ahead and take the drone out, just kind of fly around a little bit and leave you guys until tomorrow. Remember, be kind to each other. Love you all. Peace, everybody.